Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys all the secret hidden cheat codes in Halo 3 that are actually in the game, but are normally disabled on MCC and the OG version of Halo 3. However, even though they're disabled for most people, they can actually be accessed easily on the special tag test version of Halo 3 in the Halo 3 mod tools. But before we get into that, I do want to quickly mention that I've started a new Facebook gaming channel where I'll be uploading a lot of gaming content that's, more than just Halo. So hopefully you guys check it out. But anyways, let's get right into it. So the first cheat code included in Halo 3 is called Deathless Player, which, as the name would imply, it's pretty much a god mode or invincibility mode for the player. So in the tag test build of Halo 3 in the mod tools, which if you saw my video maybe like a week or two ago, it's basically like a special version of Halo 3 that's meant for testing mods that you've made in the mod tools. But it does have pretty much fully functioning gameplay, and it has the built-in debug menu, which is where all the cheats for Halo 3 are contained. And this first cheat, Deathless Player, it just makes you invincible, and well, that's it. You just can't die. You can still take shield damage, in Halo 3 at least, but you'll never die. The second cheat available on the debug menu is infinite ammo, which this one's also pretty self-explanatory, but with infinite ammo enabled, you just never run out of ammo. However, this one is a little bit different than the cheat after this. Infinite ammo, you have unlimited ammo available, but you still have to reload your weapon. Also, it changes your ammo count to the infinity symbol, which I don't think every Halo game actually does that, but Halo 3 does. So this next one is obviously related to infinite ammo as well, but this one is instead Bottomless Clip. And Bottomless Clip just means you never have to reload. You can keep shooting forever and ever, and your weapon will never run out of ammo, nor does it overheat, I believe. I actually did not try it with an energy weapon at the time, but I'm pretty sure it won't overheat either. But anyways, number 4. This one's actually a really fun one, and this one's been around since the Halo 1 days as well. But this cheat is called Bump Possession, which it actually, if you've seen it back in the Halo 1 days, you'll know what it is, but it is really fun to use, and once enabled, it lets you take over any character in the game just by bumping into them, hence Bump Possession. And once you bump into them, your camera and control switches over to that character. So right here I'm playing as the Arbiter, because I took him over him. Now in first person, you'll still have the Master Chief arms and hands, because that's just how it is, but you are playing as the Arbiter now. And in here, I just took over a Marine, and as you can see, I'm now playing as the Marine, and that works on any character in the game. So a lot of really fun potential with that for playing the campaign. So this next one is also another fun one from Halo 1, the Halo 1 days, and it's called Medusa. So with the Medusa cheat on, this one makes it so that whenever enemies see you, or rather when enemies become aware of you, they just instantly die. So they don't even have to look directly at you. Just as soon as they're aware of your existence, then they just drop dead. And that applies to all enemy AIs, including the vehicle AIs that pilot vehicles, including generic invisible AIs that are controlling enemy any enemy related things. Everything that's enemy related AI will die. Doesn't have to be an actual physical character. Now this next one is actually called the Jetpack cheat, but what it does is it's not actually a jetpack. It just lets you fly around while holding down the jump button, which if that sounds familiar, that's because that's the Acrophobia skull. The Acrophobia skull on MCC Halo 3 is in fact just the jetpack cheat being enabled via a skull. Now that is actually really fun when combined with this next cheat, which is called Soft Ceilings Disable. In other words, disable barriers. Just the soft barriers in the game at least. But when those are disabled, you can pretty much fly anywhere on the map you want, even past the barriers, and you can explore a lot. Which is actually very interesting because at this beginning part of the mission Halo, see that spot over there? With the barrier removed, if you fly over there, you can actually load, you can actually skip the entire mission and just load the last section, the Warthog Run section of this mission. And it's a pretty crazy skip, but you actually can't finish the mission that way because nothing else is loaded after that part, so nothing actually happens. So moving on to number 8. This one is pretty simple and again self-explanatory. This one just turns on or turns off active camo, and it's when it turns on active camo, it is, you know, perfect unlimited active camo, but you know that's all it is. It's just active camo. Of course, when you shoot, it will fade out a little bit, but that brings us to our next one, number 9, which is called Invisible Player, which is different from active camo. So active camo does make you physically invisible or visually invisible, but Invisible Player, when you enable it, enemies will just immediately stop being able to see you. They just completely lose sight of you, even if you're standing right in front of them. And yeah, you may be totally visible, like physically and visually visible, but enemies won't be able to see you. Now, if you shoot, you will alert them, and they will be able to target you, at least until you stop shooting. And once you stop shooting, they immediately lose sight of you again. Alright, number 10 is another fun one to use, actually, and it's called Erase All AI, which, as its name also implies, once activated, it just erases all AI on a map, including friendly ones too, actually. And in case you were wondering, it does also remove boss AIs like Yoti Spark, but that kind of breaks the mission a little bit if you remove like essential AIs. It's the same as in my some of my older videos from a long time ago, where if you kill unkillable characters, some things will break when characters that aren't meant to be killed are killed, or in this case, deleted. Now this next one is kind of an extension of Medusa, but by pressing a certain button, you can actually switch control to any other character on the map or on the mission. And you can just cycle through each character as many times as you want, and you just take control of each of them no matter who or what they are. So it's basically like Medusa, but more automated. Now for number 12. This one is also a great one for people that want to explore around the map and try to see like what's out there, or you know, inside like buildings and stuff like that. And by pressing like the backspace button, you could actually switch to like a kind of like a Flycam or Freecam mode. Or by pressing it again, you can switch to a third person mode instead, or switch back to first person. But it's a great tool for exploring around. Now for number 13, this one obviously is pretty self-explanatory too. But on the mod menu, you do have a drop items option, which lets you spawn any weapon, vehicle, certain objects, or even certain characters and bipeds as well. But as you can see, I've already spawned like a hornet, a missile pod. Let's try to spawn some characters as well. So we'll spawn Miranda Keys here, and let's get in the Prophet of Truth. So there we go. We spawned both of them on the mission Halo. Now they're just bipeds, not the AI, so they'll just be standing still. But we could also spawn like some crazy stuff like the Scarab on this map, just like that. Just spawn the Scarab very easily, and yeah, that's basically what that does. Now for number 14, this one, just by pressing either the plus or minus key on the keyboard, lets you increase the speed of the game or decrease the speed. And this is basically similar to how theater mode works when you speed up the clip, or if you play it in slow motion. I believe it's just an extension of this feature. Only this time I can actually use the feature in gameplay in real time, not just in theater mode. So that's what it does, and you can adjust it, you know, either direction you want, and it can be pretty cool. So for this last cheat, or the last of the major ones, there are a few others, but they're pretty minor, or some of them I don't even know what they do actually. But for this last one, this one is actually not on the cheat menu either. This one I had to actually type it into the console commands, and it's just cheat all weapons, and that just spawns all the available weapons around me. And then cheat all vehicles does the same thing, but with vehicles instead. And it spawns most of the vehicles around me as well. There are a few others that don't spawn in for some reason, but that's what they do. And it's kind of an extension of the drop items cheat. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Those are all the major cheats in Halo 3. At least the more notable ones. There are a few other small ones here and there that some like don't really do much or don't do anything at all. But no, anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. And if you did enjoy it, then as always, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!